Okay, this time we're going to do the Pixie, and there's this little program, Piximon. Here is the Pixie. There's my xiao, ESP32S. I'm just GitHub maker100 eco doesn't show up, but the original maker100 shows up. So just easy way to get there as I click on maker100 eco. So there's the eco one. We are working on the Pixie, and this is the best example for, there we go, for not using this code because it doesn't have all the extra files that are needed for the Pixie. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the Portenta Pro Community Solutions. If you remember the numbers of the Pixie one, it is going to be in sensors there, .212. And the reason for doing this is it has all these extra files. Now, those are a huge pain to load individually. You can open them up there, but it's just quite a bit easier using this. Now, the Portenta does not have Miso's SCK and Mossy hooked up properly. So I'm going to go to the bottom of this and look at the xiao. Mossy is D10. So Mossy on the xiao is D10. Miso is D9. Miso xiao is D9. And SCK on the SIO is probably D8. Let's just double check. Didn't want to do that, but whatever. SCK is A8. Ooh, A9. Oh no, D8. D8's fine. Okay, so now we've got that there. We need to first of all, see if it flashes. There might be some issues. That's weird that that's not loading up the xiao. XIAO, there it is. S3, it is on COM. It is plugged in. And let's just see if that thing compiles. If it doesn't compile, I'll pause and we'll deal with something else. So while we're working on that, the Pixie, we are going to connect with let's go back up. Where did Pixie go? There. This wired connector, right there, has a red wire. So that red wire, if we place it the same as on the picture, we now have pins. Oh, pictures like that. We now have pins right here. So V in, that's 3.3 volts. Oh, problem. Don't look at the D8s, 9s, and 10s. We need, I'm going to open it in the new link. We need the Miso, Mossy, SCK, and ground. So, what is the Pixie? The Pixie is a shade sensitive machine learning sensor. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to briefly plug it in on this Piximon. You can get the program from the Pixie stuff. There it is. And there's my xiao. And here's a blue cup, which it's sensing is blue. You can sense up to 8 different colors. Now, one thing with the Pixie is you can't hook it up to the xiao while it's running on Piximon. So I'm going to definitely unplug that and wire it up. So, where are we at? See how we're doing. Ooh, compilation error. That's not good. I'm going to pause. Okay, so first thing, it told me in the code it did not like that. So I just commented it out, fired it onto the device, and it worked. And then I hooked up the wires. I'll try to improve this image, but it's basically D10, D8, D9 on the Portenta are totally different than on the Pixie. D10 is D9, D9 is D8, D8 is D10. Anyway, I've hooked up the wires there. They are all along this side of the xiao from ground, 3v3, D10, which is Mossy, which is this one. And then, anyway, it says right there. Let's open the serial monitor. And there we go. So we've got the Pixie here. And we've got the blue cup we showed. And right now it says it's in the middle. If I turn it, it's on the right. And if I turn it this way, it's in the middle again and on the left. That's proof that the darn thing works. The Pixie is incredibly powerful, but I just want to prove through the code that it works. Have a look at the code. You're including these include files. There's a pixy2. You're declaring pixy2. I typically put my, but I didn't in this case. We're initting the Pixie. I ditched that buffer. So we grab each loop, we grab the blocks. We if pixycc number of blocks means if it's greater than 0, because 0 wouldn't do the if statement. Then in this integer, we put the x value. Don't forget there's y, there's width, and there's height. There's way more stuff you can do with this, but it's called dot m/x. I'm surprised this one isn't m/y. That might be the case with this new version of Pixie. And then it grabs the integer value of the x across the screen. If it's less than 10, it says it's on the left. If it's between 10 and 100, it says it's still on the left. If it's between 100 and 200, it's in the middle. If it's greater than 200, less than 300, it's on the right. And if it's greater than 300, it's on the far right. Oh, I wasn't actually testing. Far rights and far lefts. On the right. No, it's not grabbing it because it's too small. Anyway, that, and it'll tell you if there's no Pixie object, and it prints it every second. That's the code. Pixie works.